SeatGeek. For all your ticketed events, from sporting to concert outings, SeatGeek has you covered. They even conveniently color-coded each ticket on their website from amazing to worst, so you can easily know which are the best deals. SeatGeek, the smart way to buy. Save $20 off your next ticket purchase with the promo code. Hey everybody, I'm your host, Grande Gato, also known as the Big Cat. My cool guys, put your paws up if you're rocking with the Big Cat. Today we're here to talk about Tom Brady to the Carolina Panthers, possibly, maybe, or are we dreaming? We'll talk about it, but first, before we start it, do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Yes? No? Maybe? Man, I wish we were in the playoffs this year. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? If you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers, the Titans beat the Patriots. We beat the Titans, so that means we beat the Patriots. So that means we won the playoff game. So let's talk about Tom Brady returning as a Carolina Panther. Let's get into it.
That boy is good.
Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Now, I want to break this video down into three parts. The first part is what needs to happen for him to come to Carolina. The second part is why should he come to Carolina. And the third part is where I believe he'll end up. Now, the first part is what needs to happen. Now, here's what needs to happen. First thing first is he needs to make up his mind and decides he wants to come back and play another year. All right. Now, after losing last night to the Tennessee Titans, an embarrassing loss. Now, Tennessee Titans ain't no scrub, but we beat them down pretty good now. We beat them down pretty good at home. But again, it shows you that New England had more than one flaw in their armor. So again, if he decides to come back, and I believe he will come back, that bitter taste of defeat, the bitter taste of losing in the first round, I believe honestly, if they would have won the Super Bowl this year, my man probably would have hung it up. But having that flaw on him, that chink in his arm, it's not a good feeling, especially when you're a legend like that. So that's the first domino that he needs to happen. Second is the team, whoever gets Josh McDaniels, is in the driver's seat. So if we can land Josh McDaniels, the chemistry they have between one another, the freedom and flexibility, the play calling is unique. So, I mean, you don't get that over a span of a year or two. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying when you bring in different head coaches or offensive coordinators, you got to get a feel for one another. You know what I mean? You can't just plug and play every offensive coordinator with a quarterback. But the fact that they got chemistry, uniqueness, and trust, you know what I mean? So it'll be a unique thing to bring him in. So I honestly think we can have a greater chance of landing him if we can land McDaniels. And last but not least, you got to be a team that's ready to win now. I mean, listen, he's not coming back for no rebuilding year. All right, so you know he wants that championship. He wants to prove that he can do it. He wants to prove that if I have weapons, I can make anybody look good. So again, if your team is not in a position of winning, if they're not ready to win now or chase for a Super Bowl contender now, then I pretty much say that you're not the right fit.
Message.
So moving on, why should he come to Carolina? Well, that's a great question. He should come to Carolina because of one simple thing. We got the best running back in the NFL. I mean, in NFL history, Christian McCaffrey, the guy's a Swiss Army knife. And listen, I honestly believe Josh McDaniels will have him in the slot, will have him thrown to the flats. He'll have him running different receiver routes. He'll use him like he hasn't been used before. Also, you got DJ Moore, a receiver who has promising upside, just cracked the 1,000-yard mark this year. Also, you had Curtis Samuel, a guy who has proficient knowledge at running every route. You've never seen a guy who run his route just as crisp as Curtis Samuel has. Okay, so if you give Tom Brady that, which was his main problem this year, okay, no matter how good you are, you can't do it by yourself, all right? Unless you pay the referee. And so he needs to come on down here, get some Southern cooking. We got Bojangle boxes down here, and then you got DJ Moore who's gonna hold it down. You got Curtis Samuel that's gonna give you some help, and I'm hearing that we could land Eric Ebron. So yeah, if we can land a stud tight end like Eric Ebron to go in the mix with these three guys, man, that might just be enough if we can land Josh McDaniels. So again, the bigger the threats that you have on that offense, the more likely he'll be able to come down here. And I think so far, I think we got just enough, man. Even if we are in a rebuilding year, I think Tom Brady and Josh McDaniels can speed that up, and we can at least have one more year for contending.
All right.
Could you imagine the hysteria that would ensue if Tom Brady were to come to Carolina? I mean, he'll be like a god. Let's be honest about it. I mean, they'll give him whatever he wants. Now, in order for that to happen as well, that means we'll have to move on from Cam Newton, of course. And listen, Tom Brady is not going to take a discount. I think his whole career, New England did a good job of giving him a discount, man. I mean, taking a discount, you know. He ended up taking that money that they gave discount to, and they took it and they put it in his offensive line. That's the reason why he didn't have any receivers. They were spending money protecting him and putting defensive pieces around him. But now, at this age, even though he's a millionaire, you still want that back. So I think if Tepper could move on from Cam Newton and find a way to pay this guy what he's worth, maybe 1 year, 2 year deal, then I think it could be worth it as well. But I think he'll be treated like a god if he came down here. And listen, even though we still got some holes on our defense, I think with Tom Brady, we'll be able to cover some of them up with his quarterback play and our receiver play. A guy who could really drive the ball down the field, real accurate, smart decision making. I think it'll be a good thing. It'll be a good thing. But will he?
Bye, Felicia.
Last but not least, what will be his outcome? I tell you this right here, y'all. As much as I would love to have him in Carolina, I don't think it's going to happen. Here's my thing. I mean, he's not coming back for a rebuilding team. And even though him being there would speed everything up, that defense does have holes like I just stated. And listen, he can't risk it on a project team, man. Right now we're in a project situation. I think our best defensive asset is we got KK, Luke Kuechly, Burns, Mario Addison, James Brad. It just, you know, those guys are great, but we still have so many holes, man. And that offensive line as well. That's another selling point. That offensive line is beat up, banged up, and you got a couple pieces in there that can hold their own, but ultimately you will have to literally, you know, you'll literally have to buy every offensive line on the free agent market for him to come in here. But we had too many holes in the offensive line, man, and he's not going to get hurt for no damn championship ring. So sounds nice, looks nice, and we could dream about it, but I don't think it's going to happen. More than likely, I see him going to a team like the Chargers, LA Chargers, or the Indianapolis Colts. You know what I mean? Indianapolis Colts, they looked pretty good this year with Brissett, and they look like they're just a quarterback away. So, again, anything's possible, and I honestly believe that, you know, if McDaniels come here, maybe McDaniels could, you know, put some juju on us and get us to come down here, but I don't think it's going to happen, man. But we could dream, and we can hold out hope, that 1% of hope. Get in the comment section. I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think Tom Brady will come? And if so, what do we do with Cam Newton? I want to hear from you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Tune into the podcast, Google FM, Anchor FM, Spotify. Let's get up out of here, man. Let the church say damn. Don't forget to subscribe to the Carolina Panthers custom helmet giveaway video in the playlist. Once we hit 5,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away free a $300 retail value Marvel's Avenger Carolina Panthers helmet. Keep pounding.